Hey, good evening. It's Friday evening, September 4th. And thanks for being here tonight. Tonight, for our thought, I have a question for you. And maybe it's a question you've been asking yourself. If you look at the news or you look at see what's happening around us. And the question is this: why is this happening? Everywhere we turn around, what is going on? Why is this happening? Well, I believe the Bible has a specific answer to that question. It's a passage I look at a lot, and I think it's important for us to get a grip on what's happening in the world around us. In Acts chapter 17, Paul is talking to people on Mars Hill, the great thinkers of that day, maybe some of the greatest thinkers of all time, certainly intelligent men. And they want to talk to Paul about Christianity, about Jesus. So they ask him. And Paul says this: "The God who made the world and everything in it is the Lord of heaven and earth, and does not live in temples built by hands." Remember, he's in this surrounding where these magnificent temples were built for their gods. And some of them still stand this day. And he is not served by human hands as if he needed anything, because he himself gives all men life and breath and everything else. From one man he made every nation of men, that they should inhabit the whole earth, and he determined the time set for them and the exact places where they should live. You see what he's saying here? He's saying this God they ask him about, this God is in control of your life. And then he answers his own question for them. God did this so that men would seek him and perhaps reach out to him and find him, though he is not far from each one of us. For in him we live and move and have our being. And some of your own poets have said, we are his offspring. So what can we draw from these? Well, 6 things we can draw. From one man, God made every nation of men, every race. 2, each of us is made in the image of God. 3, he particularly, intentionally gives life and breath to all people. 4, he determines the length of each person's life on this planet. 5, he determines the exact places where everyone will live. 6, he does this so that everyone may reach out to him. See, this is the lens, the spectacular lens, that we have to look at human history through this lens. This is how it all fits together. So that all men which reach out and see God, though he is not far from each of you. For in him we live and move and have our being. For we are made in his image. See, this is consistent with the path of human history laid out to Abram 2,000 years before that and 4,000 years from now in the past. And he says this to Abram: I will make you a great nation. I will bless you, and I will make your name great, and you will be a blessing. I will bless those who bless you. I will curse anyone who treats you with contempt, and all the peoples of the earth will be blessed through you. This is how the world operates. This is what Paul is telling these men. We are in the control of God for his purposes. He's going to bring about all these things so that his name will be honored and that he will bring people to himself. This is why we have our next breath, because God is still working out that purpose. I've talked about this in my little book here, wrong side, When Life Turns Upside Down, if you want to look at more detail. But this passage explains what's happening to us in this world that we live in. We just need the courage to believe God and to accept it, and not to be blown away by all the crazy stuff that's happening around us. None of this is out of control. God is making sure that we understand that he is the one that we must honor. We owe everything to him. Where we live, our next breath, why we're here. We are his offspring, made in his image, designed to bring honor to him. And when we don't do that, life doesn't go very well. But it goes very well if we buy into this purpose that God is the one to be honored and served and worshiped, and we build our life around him. And that's the thought for the night. Why is all this happening? Because God wants us to understand that he is the master and Lord of the universe. And Jesus Christ is our only hope. You rest well this night, and thanks for being here. Bye-bye.